Welcome to Major League Blitzball. And this is a very interesting video as it's not spring yet, so this is the very first winter training game. We are playing on hard snow, so it's going to be a very interesting surface. It's going to be hard to field balls, and this is going to be a great game between my Pacific Pioneers and Alex Deuster's Red Raptors. Let's get to the bat toss to see who has home field advantage.
And this is the very first 2023 winter trainings game. And the bat toss will be caught to determine the home team, as this is played at a neutral site at the Pioneers practice facility. And Alex Deusters of the Red Raptors will be the home team. So, Rubijevsky, he's just 1/5 of his roster, missing some great guys like Braden Bryce, Zachary Balvance, Sam Scheibel, and CJ Adcock. So, the first pitch of the game is going to be very soon as these players get ready. So, effort will be at a minimum, more about fundamentals, having fun. So, whatever happens in this game doesn't really mean anything if any team wins. And the first pitch is ball one. So venue-wise, very small field, only around 55.5 feet to center. So Mickey Mouse as usual. This is just the practice facility. 2-0 count. So we're watching about, seeing after a long off season, getting the rust out, getting the arms loose. Both the guys worked out, so maybe velo will be higher this game. Deuster's working out, Rubijevsky working out. Surface played on a meter of thick, icy snow. And a swing and a miss, 2-1 count, a pitch right down the middle, fastball from Alex Deusters. So yeah, the surface could be something. The ball doesn't really bounce, and it glides. Like a roller, it can roll really far. 3-1 count on Rubijevsky. Top of the first inning. This game will be 3 innings. As usual, standard rules. Mercy rule, if any, is a 6-run cap. And a 4-ball system. And that is, in factually, ball 4 as Rubijevsky takes his base. So, a lot of updates for Major League Blitzball. New camera angles coming soon. I'd say the quality is going to be higher. Space otters are turning. Hopefully there'll be a season this year. It's been a few years in this league, so hopefully this is the year where a season's played and a champion can be crowned. But you have to start somewhere, as ball 1 happens. So 1 on base now for Rubijevsky and the Pacific Pioneers. The snow. If you stand in it as long, there will be, and you'll kind of build yourself a hole. So you can see there's some footprints there. 2-0 count. And that one's foul. Rubijevsky gets a piece of it. So it's 2-1 now. They have been doing some training highlights. You can check those highlights out on the Pioneers and Raptors YouTube channels. You can find them in the channel section of Major League Blitzball. That'll make it a 3-1 count. 3-2 count. A swing and a hack and a big ol' miss from Rubijevsky on a fastball right down the middle. And that will hit him. Now there's 2 guys on base, and Deuster's in some early trouble perhaps. This game's played at around sundown, so it could be pretty dark when this game eventually wraps up. And that's another hit by pitch. The bases are juiced. And a big start for this game for the Pacific Pioneers. So Deuster's now struggling with location a bit. But he has not pitched since October. So rust is definitely in his arm. So ball 1. Curveball hits him again, and that's going to force in a run, and the Pioneers take a 1-0 lead. Deuster struggling to keep the ball in the zone. Maybe forgetting what zone to use, as he's maybe thinking Rubizhevsky is the strike zone. And that one's over. Ball 1. If you didn't know, the strike zone, the piece of aluminum covered by piping, is the strike zone and not the batter. Just so you know. And that one's fouled back. 1-1 count. 1-1 count, 1-0 game, bases loaded, and most importantly, 0 outs.
You're gonna become a professional fence jumper.
2-1 count as that one's missed. Outside and low.
I like when the fence, doesn't look
Low and outside. And that's a strike. Unhittable. As you can see, Deuster's foot is pretty well in there. And it's kind of really weird how this snow is, as you're kind of down and you're kind of pitching up, which is the opposite of a nap. He's kind of pitching in a divot. As you can see, his foot is like sunken into the snow. Pretty annoying if you're a pitcher. And that one's fouled off again. So Rubizhevsky goes up Otaka on 1 foul on the first baseline and now pulls a foul on the third baseline. Right down the middle, strike 3 for the Red Raptors. So now it's a 1-0 game, bases loaded, 1 out for Alex Deusters. So Deusters offseason wise, he has re-signed Hashim, who he's re-signed and cut and re-signed multiple times. As you know, he's a pretty weak batter, slow, poor fielder, poor batter, but swing and a miss, strike 1. Overall, but I think it's great to have more than one person. It's better to have more than one person than one. But maybe we've never seen Hashim and tipped into the zone for strike 2. Rubizhevsky quickly in a hole. But yeah, to have more than one person is a huge advantage than to be alone. And who knows, maybe Hashim can fit into Major League Blitzball pretty well. And another one, Rubizhevsky needs to swing the bat. He kind of looks like a frozen statue. I mean, it's only 23 degrees outside, but come on. Two outs, bases loaded. 1-0 game. The wind, the pitch. Strike 3. What's the verdict? And they're going to say that Rubizhevsky did not go. And that one's low and outside for another ball. 2-1 count. 1-0 game. 2 outs. The wind, the pitch. And it's another ball. 3-1 count. Deucers again in a hole. The bases are already filled up with ghost runners. And that'll be a strike! What a pitch! A good pitch from the lefty. Well, Deucers, as we all know, lefty pitcher, righty batter. And there is another strike. And that is the final strike of the inning. After the top of the first, the Pioneers lead 1-0. Look at that hole from the pitcher's mound. And now we get to see the righty, Rubijevsky. Here we go. First pitch of the bottom of the first. Here we go. First pitch of the bottom of the first. And that is lined. Chewy stirs. Running around the bases. No one's there. It's gonna go in and inside the park home run. And down the line. So here's exactly what happened. If we had an extra camera, this is what you'd see. Since the icy snow is so slippery, the ball just glided and, you know, right into the road. I mean, if we're talking statistics, that's ball one. Using Google Earth, that ball traveled around 113 feet just sliding on the ground. So, of course, Rubijevsky wouldn't be able to get back in time and pin him down or stop him. So pretty much any good hit will be an inside the park home run. Way up. Ugh. That is just disgusting in a horrible way. Just really bad pitch. 2-1 count. And that one's way outside. 3-0 count.
This could be the Dark Games 2.0.
3-0 count. Rubijevsky, not even close. Well, close, but not close enough. As it goes, sails above the strike zone, and he issues a walk. And the game is tied 1-1 after he allowed a inside the park home run. I feel like in any other field, Rubijevsky could have limited the inside the park home run, but since this practice facility is pretty much played on ice, you can see the shine right now. Yeah. Whoa, ball one. Pretty chilly outside. I'd say it's kind of hard in 23-degree weather. And that is another ball. Another ball. Yeah, Rubijevsky just has no location. And, you know, I don't know if being born in Las Vegas for him means that he sucks in cold, but for his whole life, he's performed poor in cold weather. Poor circulation in his hands or whatever. As that is ball 4. Not even close. I mean, it's kind of hard to watch. I mean, I don't want to make comparisons to guys like Chandler Charlton and Kobe Clark, but I'm going to make comparisons to Chandler Charlton and Kobe Clark.
I mean, your hands are probably colder than mine.
And swing and a miss. He went for that. Ugh. I mean, winter training, I don't think you can get the best product when it's 23 degrees outside, It's starting to get dark out, so vision's gonna start to be impaired. And I think the atmosphere is gonna be pretty boisterous. Another ball. 1-1 count. Two 1 count now. And that one's line. And that's gonna be fair. Yeah, this is gonna be inside the park home run. I mean, Rubijevsky is traveling 100+ feet right now just to get a ball that's lit on ice. And yep, that's an inside the park home run.
Now it's what?
So now it's a 4-1 game. Raptors just are scoring runs again. Instead of using normal home runs, Dusters is just lining it and using inside the park home runs because, you know, Rubijevsky's looking really hittable right now. It's either he misses the zone or when he puts it in the zone, he allows just good contact. He's really only thrown his fastball so far, nothing really else. So 4-1 game in the bottom of the first. And the bases are cleared. And there's 0 outs as well. Ball 1. And that one's just not even close. That's ball 2 now. I mean, it's like 4 meters away from the strike zone. I mean, I guess you can say that Rubijevsky is rusty. And yeah. And that one's absolutely destroyed!
5-1.
Yep, just goodbye. Big home run. Yeah, that one's just destroyed onto the road. And ball 1. So now it's 5-1. That one traveled maybe around 86 feet. Yeah, that's just a line drive. I mean, velocity's slow. Rubijevsky's not throwing as hard as he can anymore. Just wants to work on location now. And another ball. 2-0 count. This one's chopped down. And a foul ball. 2-1 count. You know, foul line's pretty tight. Not exactly 90 degrees. Like most wiffle ball venues. 2-2 count. Rubijevsky equalizes the count. There is a giant tree, so there is tree interference. And that one's outside. Middle outside. Full count now. And this one's chopped very well. And inside the park, home run. And the mercy roll's been hit. So now it's 6-1 after 1 full inning of play. Raptors pulling away again. Now sometimes it's not really a rivalry when one team always wins. Is that starting to become the case for these two teams? I think, you know, there hasn't been an official gameplay yet. So I think this is much more must-watch wiffle ball. must watch Blitzball for the Raptors. Ball 1. So now can Rybczewski respond? That's the question. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count. And a beautiful outside pitch to make it 1-2. Two count as Rybczewski sits and watches it fly by to get the equalizer. You can see Deuster's foot is completely covered in snow. Full count now. Now let's see what happens. Very big moment in the game early on in the top of the second. Swing and a miss as Rybczewski falls down and slips for the first out of the inning. A great at-bat full of balls and strikes and eventually a slip-up and a swing and a miss. And another strike. Rybczewski still looking like a statue. It's probably like 20 degrees outside right now. Another strike. 0-2 now. 2 straight strikes. Deuster's getting into the groove. In the zone. Hitting the zone. And 1-2. You know, first inning, Deuster's look shaky. Walking players. Using Rybczewski as the strike zone. But this time he's looking like a well-oiled machine. Swing and a miss. 2 up, 2 down in this inning. Very, very interesting. And that is a pipe it up moment right there. Another strike. Deuster's painting the Mona Lisa with his pitches. And nothing there. As a ball is recorded after the strike. To make it count 1-1. And it hits Rybczewski's hand. So the ball hits Rybczewski's hands on the bat, and they're gonna call that a hit by pitch. So 2 down, 1 on base now. Strike 1 as Deuster's does not get phased by the hit by pitch. One count. Rybczewski watches it fly by. 1-1 count now. And it's low and outside to make the count 2-1. Rybczewski's down 6-1 with 1 base runner. I say he needs to hit this ball into the other neighborhood. 3-1 count now. Rybczewski ahead. Big time. Swing and a miss. If he would have sat by, he'd have a free base, but instead he makes the count full. And full of mystery as well. The full count. Strike 3 looking! And that is a very, very solid inning to end the top of the second. Footage looks good stuff. So now it's time for the bottom of the second. Boosters will get another hack at hitting. And Rybczewski honestly allowed way too many hits. So let's see how he improves with his rust. Oxidation of his arm. It's getting darker outside. And that ball sails by for ball 1. So as it gets darker, it's going to be harder to pitch and to throw the ball. Same thing, but it's... Oh, ugh, that's horrible. 2-0 count. It's gonna be harder to hit as well, so maybe more strikeouts and more walks, perhaps. We can only watch and see. Three out count. Pitches are not even close. So yeah, Rojewski in winter training, he still definitely needs to warm up, just have a few more sessions. Swing and a miss. That one is a strike. Up and out, and that one's popped back. Full count now. Right, so some soft contact for Rojewski, starting to maybe hit the zone a little more. Some momentum maybe, 2 back-to-back strikes. Honestly, I'm not sure if it's going to be another winter training game. And a walk. Strike one. Frozen. Dewey is. 0-1 count. 1-1 count. So this inning, Rojewski has been a little bit more accurate, a little less volatile, but still needs some work to do. That one's, oh boy, that's just a really, really bad pitch right there. A really, really, really bad pitch. 2-1 count now. He must have slipped, yeah. 3-1 count now. Yeah, you could slip on this shiny surface. Probably not the best surface to play blitzball, but probably the only surface at this time of the year up north. And this one's slapped down. Slides, he is safe. So that's going to go down as a single for Dewsters on his pretty impressive hitting resume over these past exhibition series games. I mean, he hit 5 home runs the last time he stepped into the batter's box. This one is absolutely incinerated. 9-1 game. That one just flew and it flew and it flew. Ball one. That ball went at least 100 feet. Swing and a miss. Oh, Dewsters falls down as well. He dies. And he comes back alive. Oh! This one is absolutely incinerated. The ball could have split in half. 10-1 game. That ball went an estimated 143 feet. Definitely one of the longest in league history. Oh, wow. The sound, the crack, the distance. If we had that extra camera, you would just see a ball majestically fly over Rybizhevsky's head and into the other neighborhood. And ball one. So it's 10-1. This is a blowout once again for the Pacific Pioneers. Kind of deja vu from last time. Swing and a miss. One count now. 2-1 count now as Rubijevsky misses high and out. He's cut off the velocity, throwing more just slow fastballs, just trying to hit the zone. Rubijevsky wishes he had his team with him, but it's just him. Two one count. And this one is steamrolled again. As Dusters walking around, running for another inside the park home run to make it an 11-1 ball game. And the ball rolled another like 115 feet or so. So not fielding. Oh, that one is fair. And another, and it's going to be a double. So I wouldn't say fielding is something to be worried about for Rubijevsky because the ball just slides. And I mean, it's hard to run faster than a ball can roll, especially when the ball's accelerating because it's on ice. And another disgustingly horrible pitch in a bad way for Rubijevsky. Ball one. Ball two. It's getting pretty dark now in real life. So let's see if that becomes a factor. Ball three. Three-0 count.
Remember, if I come back, there's no mercy rule in the third, remember?
Yeah.
And ball four. So they're now runners on first and second.
It looks the same.
As runners on first and second now as it's 11-1. You can still see it pretty well.
Is it bottom or second?
Yeah. Ball one. Ball two. Ball three. It's an 11-1 game in favor of the Red Raptors. Ball four. Ugh. That ball just sailed like, let's just say like 3 feet over Dooster's head.
Editing will be fun. I'll try to get it out tonight.
Strike one, as that's just a slow inside pitch, which is pretty much unhittable. The 0-1. 1-1. It's getting pretty dark now. Vision probably impaired. What's interesting is this is kind of cool still, I must say. I mean, I bet these two players really had a fun time playing, because it's like hard stuff. Oh, 3-1 count. Pretty poor pitch. Again, and again. Ball 4. And now it's the top of the 3rd inning. So if there's gonna be a comeback, it's gonna happen now. Pretty hard to see right now. So it could very well happen that Doosters can't locate the ball, and you know it's 12 to 1. No, yeah, it's 12 to 1, and you know he loses since there is no mercy rule in the 3rd inning. Let's go, top of the 3rd right now. And ball 1.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
So even though I'm stronger than you, you can throw harder. So how does that work?
1-1 count now. 1-2 count. In the darkness of night, Dooster seems to be the Dark Knight as he throws a strike right down the middle, using his gut. And that's the first out of the inning as Rzeski goes down. Ball 1. Dooster saying that his mound is getting very, very bad. A lot of holes. It's very, very dark. I'd say conditions are getting pretty bad right now, and it's probably like 18 degrees outside right now. And Rzeski tried to bunt, and it hit his hand. Doosters calls it a 2-0 count. He thinks it's a ball. And that's what he's gonna do. So, yeah. And now it's 3-0. Comeback hopes on the line. 3-0 count. And it's a 4-0 count. So Rybizhevsky gets on base. So 1 on base.
1 out. 1 on base.
1 out, 1 on base in the top of the 3rd inning.
1 down, 1 on base. All right. Cameraman, it's 1 down, 1 on base.
I want this car to go just in case you get the ball.
Okay.
Ball 1. Dooster's fixing the zone. It's pretty beat up back there. Even though the snow is pretty icy and compact, enough blockage on the location will make it powdery again and kind of hard to sit on. And that's another ball from Doosters. Two-0 count. 2-1 count. Attacks the zone. Again, in the darkness of night, Doosters trusts his mechanics and his instinct to make it a 3-1 count. Pretty impressive that he can hit a strike in such abysmal lighting and weather and surface and pretty much all the variables that you can think of. And a ball. One down, 2 on base now for the Pacific Pioneers. 1 down, 2 on base. Strike 1! Another great pitch from Dusters. And I'd say it, you can't really see the ball go by. You see it leave the hand, and then you see it hit the zone when it's this dark. So it's going to be hard to hit. And another strike, a pipe-up session from Dusters to make it 0-2 now. 1 down, 2 on base. Rubijevsky facing an 0-2 count. Strike 3! 3 straight strikes to make it 2 outs, 2 on base, and the final out for the Pioneers. So, to keep the game alive, Rubijevsky will need to somehow get 11 runs in 1 out. Strike 1! 4 straight strikes now for Dusters in the dark. 0-1. 1-1 count now.
Yeah, it's good.
One count now.
Did you hit it? Was that the...
1-2 count as Dusters pipes it up once again in the pitch black.
2 outs. Here we go. Right here, right now.
Oh,
And the game will be continued by another pitch. The count is even, equalized, and ready at 2-2. 12-1. Can the Pioneers pull off the impossible? Definitely be one of the greatest moments in winter training history.
Let's go team. Let's go team.
Dusters arriving at the mound.
Better in the regular season. After more
He's getting ready.
yeah.
Patching the mound. The wind and the pitch.
I swear you could have came back.
And that'll do it! Strike 3! And that'll finish off the first ever showdown in the winter training game. Still weird to say that, but Raptors get a little bit more rest off than the Pioneers, winning 12-1. The attendance in the game is Rubijevsky's dog. Really nice. Really dark outside, so definitely impaired vision, but very, very interesting game. So a great overall showcase of these two arms, especially Dusters. All right, Alex Dusters. So you played on the first ever winter training game, and you won 12-1. What do you think went right?
Well, lots of things did go right, but so we did hit pretty good and pitch well, but the starting pitches weren't as good as we planned to be, but we did grow and continue to, I don't know, just produce good numbers. The Pioneers did play really well too also. They were just a warm winter game, so nothing really matters. Once his team gets more of the players, he's going to look like a very scary chip winning team.
So another question, you played very well when it was pretty much pitch black. How did you play well without seeing the zone?
Well, I just kind of threw it up there for grabs. I'm just so used to throwing it straight down, so I'm just trying to do that same motion, replicate it with the wrist.
All right, thank you very much. Any other things you want to say?
I'm just going to say good games to the Pacific Pioneers.
All right.
Hello, Elon of the Pacific Pioneers. You lost 12-1, but it was a winter training game, so what do you think went right and wrong for your team?
You know, I think I got to improve on pitching, just location. I got to trust my arm, you know. I got to work on technique. And I got to just remaster things. You know, it's been a long time. I got to get back into the groove and do stuff like that.
So, since it's winter training and going into regular season, do you think your team will be really good and be better at more adding players to the team?
You know, I only have 1/5 of my team. I believe that if we have our full package, 5 players, you know, because I have me, Balvance, Shable, Adcock, and Bry, I think that roster, it's going to be really hard for teams to beat us. So I think we'll definitely improve.
So you think your future's going to look good?
Very so.
Okay, do you have anything to add on today's game or winter training?
You know, it's just winter training. I didn't really try that hard, you know. I mean, it's okay to lose in winter training. It's not like it's a game to the World Series. I just try to work on fundamentals, you know, nothing too serious.
Okay, thank you for your interview today.
So, one final thing.
for the fans of the Pacific Pioneers. Just because we got blown out doesn't mean we'll play like this in the regular season. This is only winter training, and it's only the beginning. See you later.
Goodbye.